about today. When was the last time you just sat down, put on an album, like an actual, like album, and listened to it without doing anything else? Like you just listened to music and that was the activity you did. But it has to be an album. Yeah, it's been a while. I remember I used to do that when I was a kid. We'd go to the record store. It's called Homer's. It's still called Homer's, but the one I used to go to isn't there anymore. It was a local chain, and now there's only one left. We get a CD, go home and listen to it, and just listen. Just sit and listen. It's like, oh man, I haven't done that in a while. And it's like, I did it just now. I took like a nap, a pseudo nap. I don't know what you call it when you just like lay down and close your eyes, but like you don't fall asleep. I do those a lot. It helps me like be less tired. And I just put on Spotify a playlist I have. So yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was like, man, I haven't done that in a while. So after I finish this, I might do that. Although I do have some editing to do before tomorrow, so maybe I'll do it later. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I might listen to Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. That's a really good album. Yes, it's a good one. It's cute. Anyway, how you doing? I took some senior photos today, and I went to Costco. Costco's amazing. I love Costco. I can't go there and not spend like $100 though. Like I went to get some turmeric, which is like a supplement for. It's supposed to be good for like joints, but also it's supposed to have like antibacterial properties. And because my foot is still like not infected, but like is on like the cusp of possibly could get infected at any time, and then they'll have to cut my foot off if it gets bad. So I'm like, okay. So someone recommended that to me. I don't know, obviously this is not doctor advice. I don't know how effective it is, but it's like, if it costs $20 and it reduces the risk of, my foot getting cut off by even 1%, here is $20, I will take it. So I've been taking it. It seems to be effective. I haven't had an infection yet from it again since the infection healed the first time. So, and it's just slowly healing. If you're new to the channel, I have diabetes, and if you get a cut on your foot, it takes a long time to heal because diabetes, which is why people lose their feet to diabetes. It's because like you get something called neuropathy, which means like the feeling in your feet kind of goes away, and so you can't feel it when you like injure yourself, and then the injury gets infected, and then the infection turns into an ulcer, and then the ulcer, they just can't do anything about it. So they cut big chunks out of your foot or cut the whole thing off because the infection just gets so bad. So I have an ulcer and it's healing because I had a blister and got infected. So there's my fun story. I'm doing my best to take care of myself. I'm getting better. Eating less junk food. Trying my best. Yesterday was the first day in a while I didn't have like a cheat or like a nice little treat. So, today I did have a piece of pizza because I went to Costco and the pizza was pretty good. But I also did some senior photos for a pretty cool young guy. He's very, very straight shooter, It's interesting because he was like kind of a cowboy, but also like liberal. So it's just like, who do you think is going to win the election? I'm like, I don't know, I think Biden's got it, man. He's just like, yeah, I hate that. Bad word, Donald Trump. It's like, wearing like a big belt buckle that says, God bless America. You're an interesting dude. We talked about books. He's very smart. And he has a kid. He's, senior in high school. He's got a kid. Seems like he's got his shit together more than I do. He's trying to become like a diesel mechanic to work on semi-trucks and stuff, and knows his stuff, so good for him, man. Like, alright, it's cool. So we also climbed into this tree. It's the first time I've like climbed a tree since I was like 10. And I took pictures inside this like tree thing, and I was like super sketch because I'm a big. You can't tell because of the camera, but I am 6'6", 250 pounds. So the idea of me climbing a tree is like sketch. But I got up there somehow, 12 feet off the ground, bounced on this like sketchy ass branch that's like on a dead tree, and like click, click, click. Didn't die though, so I didn't get any splinters either. I just got some scratches, but that's okay. I'll live. Do it for the photo, right? Do it for the gram. He doesn't have an Instagram. For my Instagram, do it for the gram. Oh, I don't update my Instagram as much as I should, being a professional photographer. Oh well, so it goes, right? So yeah, that was my big exciting thing today, and I haven't really done anything else other than like I woke up super late because I stayed up super late. Like I stayed up till 4, just like watching movies and stuff, and then yeah, then I slept till like 12:30, and then I took my dog to the park, and then I came home and like edited some photos, and then I had to leave for the shoot. And then I did the shoot, and then I went to Costco, and then I came home, and then I like laid on my couch for like 3 hours. You know, like you do. I think I'm just tired because yesterday was like I didn't work out for 3 hours, but I had 3 hours of activity. Like on my Apple Watch, if you know what an Apple Watch has, like it's got 3 rings, right? Okay. And the red ring is your active calories burned. The green ring is your activity minutes, which I think if your heart rate's above a certain threshold, it counts. So for 3 hours yesterday, I was above that threshold, like being active. So I think I'm just tired today from the activity, so I'm taking it a little easier today, even though I still got my 10,000 steps. 10,377, so pretty good day. I might do like a light workout after this, just I say light, it's restorative stuff, like, there's like a yoga type thing I do called Original Strength, and I think I've talked about it before, but look into it if you're interested. It's kind of like mobility work / yoga kind of stuff / like body weight stuff. So it's like a lot of like crawling on the ground, moving in certain ways, rolling and stuff. Just kind of like loosens you up, and the basic principles behind it are like when we're young, when we're babies, when we're infants, we have like these movement patterns imprinted in our DNA, or that we like just naturally discover because it's how our bodies move, or how they were meant to move. And through doing these movements, we tie together our posterior and anterior chains, which are, so you have these, basically your whole body is connected in these 2 X's, right? And those are your muscular chains, you know, your posterior and anterior, the front and the back, there's 2 different systems. And so the truly strong people are able to just recruit muscles that are unrelated to the task they're doing, but it's just how your body was meant to work. So like your quads can help you lift things, you know, it can just recruit strength somehow up the chain, and that's how you gain like real good big strength. And so by doing these movement patterns we did as infants, then we can kind of learn to teach our body to do that again, because as we're adults, we don't do things like crawling on the ground or rocking, or we don't practice our gait pattern. Gait pattern is like how you walk. And so like you do these things, and then your lifts get better. But you can also, the good thing is you can do them every day as much as you want, because they're restorative and they kind of like help get your muscles back and ready for the next day of working out. So it's a pretty cool thing. Google it. You can find a million videos about it for free. Like, you don't need to take a class or anything. It's pretty cool stuff, and I think it works. I definitely feel a lot better since I started doing it. Yeah. So there's that. But yeah, that was kind of my day. Tomorrow I have nothing to do but edit, and I might go to the dog park with Bear and friend Lauren, who I'm trying to court. And she has a dog named Jean. He's really cute. So hopefully that works out, and me and her hang out for a little bit, and I can successfully court her. That sounds so, like, just devious. I'm trying to court a woman. But if it doesn't work out, then I'm going to be taking pictures with my other friend, who needs a headshot for stuff. So, whatever, either way, I'm going to hang out with cool people. I'm going to take my dog to a park, either way. Gonna start a new book. I haven't decided what yet. I just finished Ryan Holiday's Stillness is the Key today. It's pretty good. Ego is the Enemy is better. I think that's the book of his that I recommend to everybody. The other books, I don't know, they just don't resonate with me as much. I'm just playing with the little, this is the battery cover for my other camera, my photo cameras. Makes good tapping sounds though. Stop being annoying with that. So yeah, I think I'm going to do maybe some fiction. I might do the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series. Or I might do some H.P. Lovecraft, Call of the Cthulhu. That's a good one, if you haven't read it. I did The Color Out of Space earlier this year. That's a really good one. I like the Lovecraft books because they're super short. You can read them in like 2 hours. And they're good. They're spooky. I'm not a big spooky guy, but they're not like too spooky. But they're like kind of spooky, and you're like, well, okay. Just the right amount of spook for me. You know, I don't like things that are too spooky because then I would stay up all night when I already have problems sleeping, so try to steer clear of the spook. But H.P. Lovecraft is like, it's a good kind of spook, I guess. I don't know. Old school spook. Original spook. And it's spooky season, right? So, what else? Yeah, that's just kind of the update. I'm also, got my goal spreadsheet up. Right here, you can see that green band. That means I 100%ed one goal already. I'm at, what am I at? 56.39% completion for the year. My best goal is at 102%. And my worst goal is at 14.87%. That's the one I'm doing the worst at. So my goal is to get 80%. I think my best year since I started a tracking sheet like this was like 78%. So if I can beat that, if I can hit 80%, which means I have to get like 25% more, roughly, which is, that's not too far off. Granted, you know, out of 100%, you're thinking, that's 8% a month, so 25% would be, you know, like 150% of my yearly, or my monthly average, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, brain can't talk, so, but it is getting late, and I want to make sure this video uploads, so I'm going to cut it off there. So, question of the day, I already forgot it, what was it? Oh yeah, when was the last time you sat down and just listened to music and did nothing else? Have you ever done it? Try it. And if you've never listened to Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, start to finish, that's a good one. There's one thing, oh man, there was this VH1 series, and it was called Classic Albums, and it was like they made these little documentaries on each of these albums that were great, and the end of the Pink Floyd one, of the Dark Side of the Moon one, has David Gilmour, and he's sitting there, and he goes, you know, I always wondered what it would have been like to put a pair of headphones on and listen to that album for the first time. I'll bet it was really nice. And then that's the end, and you're like, oh, that's the saddest thing, because he wrote all the songs, you know, like him and Roger Waters, like, so he never got to hear them for the first time, really. I mean, like, because he was, you know, I was like, man, I never thought about that. Dang. And then I had like an existential crisis for like an hour. But anyway, that album's great. So if you've never listened to it start to finish, go do that. Put some headphones on, good headphones if you got them, and just like close your eyes and just listen to that album. It's a great album. It's a classic album. VH1 said so. Anyway, do that. Let me know what you think about it.